The biggest name.
You're locked into JJ and Alex. With the insight and analysis on the teams you can't live without. Presented by G2G Bars. This is 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Welcome back, everybody. JJ and Alex, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Here's the Annie Lennox. The intro sounds very much like I wear my sunglasses at night, though, right? I'm not totally a weirdo for thinking that, right?
This is also another favorite song of mine.
Yeah, the Eurythmics get it, man. It's good.
Sweet dreams, I'm all there.
Our program brought to you by G2G Bars, all natural ingredients and no preservatives. The G2G Bar, the perfect protein bar. Last week, when he was drafted, he came right onto the program just right after being the 4th overall pick to the Utah Mammoth in the 2025 NHL Draft. It's an awesome thing to watch these kids get picked. They go up on the stage, they shake the hand of the commissioner, and now he's in Utah already getting work done. The newest member of the Utah Mammoth, he's Caleb Desnoyers. Caleb, thanks for being on the program again, man. Last time we chatted with you, you were fresh off of the stage. I think a lot's changed even just from then. How has it been since the day you were drafted to getting to Utah now and having to start working out with the team?
Oh, it's been great, honestly. The organization has taken great care of me and family on draft day, and then after that, just got here in Utah yesterday, and then had the chance to meet a lot of new people, and so far really enjoying the experience and the new people here.
So when people come to Utah, they seem to want to indulge in some fry sauce. Have you had some fry sauce since you've been down here yet?
No, I haven't had the chance to try that yet.
Well, I'll break your heart very quickly. It's ketchup and mayonnaise basically mixed together.
It's amazing.
But listen,
it's amazing.
Well, listen, you've got the French Canadian background. You know about a decent fry up in Canada. So, okay. So let me ask you about this, because you get to the club and you guys start going through all these things. What's the thing that, and obviously you've got a lot of development still left to go to get your game to the point to be an NHL player. What does that process look like for you, and what are some things that you look at in your game and you go, I have to get better at this, this, and this if I want to be an NHL player one day?
Oh, well, it's pretty simple. I think my game is pretty mature, and I take a lot of pride in all the details, and I feel like my game is close to being pro ready, but I still have, as you mentioned, a lot of to work on, and the main part of it is just my overall physical strength, and just to get stronger on the puck, and we know how physical the game is once you get to the NHL. So you don't want to get in that league at 175 pounds with your 18 years old body. So I'll have to put on some mass and get stronger to make the NHL.
Man, the draft process is special for anybody. In the NFL, NBA, NHL, what was the draft process like for you? I know it's been a kind of crazy past week, but, leading up to the draft, getting drafted, I seen you on the red carpet looking amazing in your suit. Even after flying out here, now training in Park City, what has this draft process and even being drafted been like for you?
Oh, it's been awesome. That's why I play the game, and that's why I'm alive. I play the game because I love it so much, and this year was even more special, knowing that it was my draft year and that big things were coming ahead. And obviously, we had a really good team back in Moncton, and we ended up being really successful by winning our league. And for me, it was not to look at the biggest picture and look at, yes, it's the big draft year and everything, and just to be in the present, and that's what I'll keep doing. But it really helped me to be successful and end up here in Utah.
What do these camps look like when you immediately get with the team and you have to start going around? What has it been like the last couple of days, and obviously the next couple of weeks as you guys start getting going? Last time you and I chatted, you hadn't had a conversation with Coach Andre, the Bear, Tourney, but have you had that conversation yet? And if not, what's it been like with the coaching staff so far?
Oh, it's been awesome so far. Honestly, I see that camp as just to kind of dip your toes in the water and see what's how's the pro experience and how do the coaches, the staff, and everyone kind of acts around the players, and even for you just to get that routine those routines in, and yeah, so it's been great with the whole staff, and also had the chance to meet the bear. So so yeah, it was awesome. He's great, and we had the chance to have a meeting with him today, all the players, and he made a little conference for us, and it was great.
Nice. Awesome. What I want to know, what skill sets are you most proud of? Like when Utah fans come into the season and they think of you, what can they be like? Oh, I'm so excited that Caleb is going to bring this to our team.
Oh, what they're gonna love is the playmaking in the ozone. Sometimes I don't shoot enough, but something I take a lot of pride in is making the players around me better, and I consider myself more of a playmaker than a shooter, and
Nice.
just setting up the plays and making some plays and scoring some goals. That's what I'm looking for, and that the fans will appreciate in my game.
And when you look at the way that things have gone for you, and then you end up getting picked fourth, Utah said they wanted you. Bill Armstrong said they wanted you kind of from day one. As soon as 4 came to Utah, they looked at you and they said they wanted this kid and they wanted you. And then you came out last week and you kind of went through the whole process. What did Bill Armstrong and his guys talk to you about what they loved so much about what you can do, and why did they want you here compared to some of the other names that were in the draft?
Well, as I might have mentioned before, it's all the intangibles in the game, all the details that I do right, and the thing also that I share with the organization is the mentality that we want to win at any cost, and we kind of had that feeling since the first time we met, and having a good pedigree of winning myself, and for them I think it was also a big factor in it, and just so happy that our mentality kind of connected, and that I'm here today.
What was your family's reaction to everything, and how wild and crazy those last 5 days have been for you?
Oh, well, the family's just so happy and proud, honestly. Since day one, they've been my biggest supporter, and they've always been there for me. So to be there now in LA with them. My parents, I had some friends too, Bill family from Moncton. It was just incredible to share that moment with them, and we enjoyed the most out of it.
Caleb Desnoyers, he's the newest member of the Utah Mammoth, and he's one of these rookies who's coming in, going to get his feet under him. Do you anticipate, getting the training going here, heading back to Moncton? How's that work?
Oh, well, it will be to go back. I live closer to Montreal, so not Moncton yet, but yeah, have a big summer, in training, and get ready for camp, and we'll see from there what happens. If I can surprise everyone, or if the best thing is for my development to go back to the junior or school NCAA, we'll take a decision from there.
I love it. All right. He's the newest member of the Utah Mammoth. He's Caleb Desnoyers. Thank you for being on the program again, Caleb. We're excited for you, man. We're excited to see the video the team puts out of all you guys' practices, too, and we can't wait, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
There you go. Caleb Desnoyers. Was he on an Alpine slide? Is they already is that what they did? They got on and they go.
I haven't done that yet. I got to do that.
You've never done the Alpine slide?
No.
As a bigger guy myself,
I got to rethink
I
this.
get a little bit.
No,
you don't need to rethink it. You don't need to rethink it.
I'm a little older than I used to be.
No. You don't need to rethink it. Like, it's the kind of thing where they're like, so how much do you really weigh, though? Like, really tell me.
I don't weigh no 300
and they're
pounds.
like, all right. I think we can get you on here. They're like, the brakes. No, the Alpine slide's awesome. Hey, how about getting new kids in here? We've had 2 conversations with him. That was the longest one we've had so far. The thing I've noticed, and you tell me, and our producer Alex could probably tell us too because he listened too, but he's extremely confident. Like he is, and he's just like, he's like, I score. I'm a playmaker. I'm awesome. I'm really good at this.
I should score. People tell me I need to shoot more.
Yeah.
I'm so good at it, I should shoot more.
They always show the highlights on draft night. And so we got to see, they're showing the highlights. I love that because they roll they get the B-roll going of this kid playing in the Quebec Junior League, and he's just a man amongst boys. Like, he's just doing circles around people. He's bigger than others. So you have that obvious. We see the same thing happen in all the sports, right, that we watch, especially like football. You got a guy out there and they do the little circle on him. You're like, you didn't need to circle him. I can tell which one the NFL prospect is or the NCAA, 5-star guy is. I get it, because as soon as the ball snapped, there's a different level that they're on. And he was like that in his junior league that he was in. But I like it too, where it's like, hey, the thought is, I'm going to go to the city that I get drafted to, right? You go to your camp, you meet the coaches, you meet the team, you go there and you start doing all this stuff. And you go, yeah, and I need to get better at some things in my game. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to play some junior hockey, or maybe I go to college. You think, by the way, now it's awesome because they can go and they can get NIL money while they're waiting to get to develop in the end. Oh, you don't like hearing that?
I don't like hearing that. That's crazy.
So he can go.
We got in trouble for getting saltine crackers.
He can go get NIL money at the University of Denver. Like go to some place that's got a great
NHL contract.
While he's got an NHL contract, and then when he's developed, when he's ready, then they get him going. And yet at the same time, what did he say at the end? Or maybe I surprise some people and I make that roster right now. You don't know. Like I love that type of attitude where you go.
I feel like you have to have that type of attitude.
There's no way any of these guys get here without thinking that. Right. And I'm sure, I bet there's massive disappointment too. They're like, they didn't invite me to be on the roster. You're like, dude, you're 18. It just doesn't happen like that. 18-year-olds don't play in the league that often.
Oh, man, I've seen Mighty Ducks. The confidence that you have to go out there on the ice is second to none, man. So to lead that, to be physical, to be as swift, and as some of these like great players, if you see yourself as a great player, you have to have that confidence, and even more so at a younger age to come in and do that, man. So I love that, and Utah fans should definitely love that for guys coming into the program.
You mentioned the Mighty Ducks. Did you see that the people who read their first draft pick, Joshua Jackson and Marguerite Moreau, they were on that show, and you're like, oh, that's awesome. But I'm going to show you a picture of Joshua Jackson when he was like, he was like 10 years old when he did or like 13 or whatever it was. And he comes out there on the stage, and he's a 48-year-old dude now. And he just is like, these are the Mighty Ducks. And same thing with Moreau. Like these guys have aged. These guys have aged well. Like he's not. You don't look at him and go, "Oh, that guy's a punk, dude." You can't even. No, but he's basically just like a year or two older than me. All right, and he's 47 years old, and all of our heroes from our childhood are all old now.
You just told us how old you were.
I'm 44. I got no problem telling people.
Yeah, I'm proud of it. Say it. Say it loud. I'm 44 and I'm proud.
I don't care. Well, listen, what am I going to do? What are they going to do? Be like, oh, he said he's 44. He has no ability to connect with the kids anymore. Get him out of here.
If they heard his karaoke, they would know. They would know. They would change their mind.
You brought up the NFL part where you're going through the draft process and you got your family. It's a crazy thing because in his mind, he's a top prospect and he knew he was going to be going top 10. Mm-hmm. He knew he was likely going to be going top 5. Utah probably told him because then he reveals that little tidbit that he had been in Utah a couple days prior, and they were like, this isn't smoke. We didn't bring you out here to fake people out to think that we were going to pick somebody else. They basically told him, we're taking you 4th. He's the 4th overall pick.
If you're there, you're coming to Utah.
Yeah, and that's a big deal. Then there are the guys who are picked in the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th round. And I think in hockey they have 8 rounds, maybe 9. Maybe they just do 7 as well. But they do 7 rounds. Basketball is crazy because basically the only guys that matter in the draft are kind of the first round and a half of basketball. Or think about how wild it was. We forget, and it was just happened. You thought you were going to go maybe top 5, as high as top 3, and then you end up going to the 5th round. Shedeur Sanders, that's a wild draft weekend.
Right.
These guys weren't experiencing any of that. They were told you're going to be the 4th overall pick, and he was.
Is it more straightforward there?
The thing is that it's a lot like baseball though too, because the humility that you get from getting drafted, but you aren't even going to be with the team. If you're a top 10 draft pick, the likelihood of you being of you contributing to a team or being on a roster is actually pretty low. I think when we talked to Cole Bagley on Friday, there might be 2 or maybe 3 guys who would make a roster this year.
Jeez.
And that's compared to, the generational talent that you had over the last couple of years, and you get a couple that go early and they play a lot. And they're the best players in their age group by far. They're kind of generational, and they get to the NHL and they're pretty good, I guess. Got a long way to go, kid. So,
But that's normal.
I know, and the NFL is crazy to me
so
too, because
opposite, so crazy.
at the very least they get that developmental set of things. Like when they go to college, and they go to the right college, the development happens there. In the hockey leagues, you have these junior development leagues, the WHL, the OHL, the Quebec league that he's in, the Junior Maritime League that's there in Quebec, the American Hockey League as well. Like all of these different junior, developmental, you just hope that you have a good pipeline. And that's one thing that the Mammoth has, is that they are actually praised quite a bit for how good and how deep they can be in the they get praised for how good their developmental program is, which is great news going forward for the future. So, and no, it's do he and Bear get together and speak French?
Oh, they
have to, right?
They have to. They literally sounded like father and son.
I would do it just for fun too. I would do it just to bug the new rookies. I'm speaking French with Coach over here. You guys wouldn't understand.
You wouldn't understand.
You guys wouldn't get it.
It's a French thing.
Right, we have a thing.
It's a French thing.
But like we said, from a hockey perspective, though, you have a lot of things that have changed for the free agency market. The free agency and the trade markets, it's looking a little bit more thin now because all those guys from Florida are all re-signing with their teams. And so Mitch Marner, who was obviously Toronto Maple Leaf as of yesterday, is now going to be signing with the Vegas Golden Knights as a huge pickup for Vegas, by the way. They extend him to 8 years. What was the average per, Alex? Did you see any numbers on the deal? Because this is a guy who everyone was talking about how he's going to be $12 million per, $13 million maybe per year. And that would be insane for them to extend him 8 years and do a $100 million contract. That would be crazy. But maybe that's the type of money that he's commanding. You also, from Florida, like I said, you have Aaron Ekblad, who was kind of an interesting name out there floating around in free agency for the Panthers. He signed an 8-year extension. Brad Marchand also signed an extension with the Panthers. He's going to get an extra 6 years. $12 million per. So it was.
That's nice.
Yeah, so it was. So you get that 8 years, basically $100 million, just short of $100 million. Man, Vegas, I mean, this could be a bad move for them, but the reality is that they find ways to stay relevant. Like they got a big name.
Is that not the Vegas way?
Yeah, I mean, they got a big name.
What? It's always in the news, right? Like, I think Vegas is doing it the right way, right? Of course, I think they set themselves up right, winning or getting all the way to the finals and winning the Stanley Cup the first year. But everything that they're doing is moving in a direction that we are going to be a top franchise in the NHL. Always relevant, always in the conversation. Now we have a recognizable logo, name, entity. Vegas is definitely doing it the right way, and they know that. Honestly, that's the world. As we see in college sports now, professional sports, basketball, football, this money game is just going off. If you can play the money game, you're winning.
Yeah, and it's
the
really,
Cowboys. No championships for the Cowboys, but they're always relevant.
But the big names will hover to those teams that people.
Oh yeah,
Vegas is a name. Vegas is a place that people want to be, man.
The old playground.
And so I just don't think that Utah is going to be smart about everything. I can see Bill Armstrong is going to make sure that the moves are made that are going to benefit this franchise. I think the big one that he made to be able to bring Patertek here, JJ Patertek, I think it was such a huge deal and it was awesome. But now you start to see these names getting added to other places. So, and I think that Nashville ended up picking up, because they got to Vegas gave up Nicholas Hague to the tune of $4 million, or 4 years, $22 million. That was yesterday, and that was today rather. But you start to see this movement that happens, and these teams are trying to carve out, okay, how are we going to make a splash? We want people to watch us too. We want people to see this thing go on. So you're going to see a handful of these 1-year extensions on contracts that you're going to see guys get here in Utah and across the league. You're going to see lots of big names re-signing with their teams or getting traded somewhere else. But right now, has Utah done enough? Maybe, but the free agency market is just not, and the trade market's just not there right now. So being able to say, hey, there are all these names floating out there, a lot of them went away with what Florida's doing to keep their guys together. And Florida, by the way, that window is going to stay open for a long time.
Which is weird. Normally that window's supposed to be closing, but they're setting themselves up, man, to just be on top. What is this, 3 straight Stanley Cups?
It would be 3 straight if they win next year. Yeah. They've got
wins,
2.
But they were in the finals stuff.
They were in the finals 2 years prior to their.
Right.
They lost it 2 years prior to when they did actually win it. And then they won the 2 championships. Yeah. And then you've got down there in Tampa, same thing. The Lightning are really good. Yeah. And so all of these different names that are being added, and we've got we're watching the wire here to make sure that we don't miss anything on the NBA side of things. But the same thing is true for hockey right now. Same thing's true for hockey.
Yeah, man, it's active. Normally this is supposed to be downtime, but I tell you what, there's no downtime in sports.
No,
it's 365, baby.
Regardless, I think that Utah has picked up some big young names, the Mammoth, and I think that being able to develop those names is great. The unfortunate thing is that they get drafted, and then we kind of forget about who they are for a minute. It's like it's BYU getting guys, and they go on missions. And you go, well, call me when he's developed. Call me when he actually is in the league again.
Okay.
But I do hope that people know that how good of a player that Caleb Desnoyers is, and that Utah doesn't get to pick that often in the top 5, and they snuck into the top 5, and because they're not the 4th worst team in the league either. So they've made it happen. They've been able to make themselves relevant through some of these through the draft, but also I think if there's noise to be made, Bill Armstrong is beating the ground to see if they can make it. Speaking of breaking NBA news and free agency, we have a couple of things we can roll out here when we come back from the break before we get into some NFL Blitz as well. So we've got tons going on. We got more to jump into. Stay right here. Stay dialed in. 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest name.
You're locked into JJ and Alex, with the insight and analysis on the teams you can't live without. Presented by G2G Bars. This is 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
All right, everybody, welcome back. JJ and Alex, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Alex Kirry, Jeremiah Jensen. Thanks for being with us on the program. Sly sitting in for JJ, by the way. I saw JJ today. We were at a golf tournament.
How'd he do today? Last week was a little rough for him.
Great. The reality is that
plastic on those clubs.
I think he got brand new clubs. Good for him. I wish I could get new clubs.
You know what? That's a guy mentality, right? Like, I'm not playing good. It's got to be the clubs. I got to get new clubs, honey. That's the only way for my game to get better. I can't look like a weenie out on the golf course. I need good golf clubs. So that's what we're doing this weekend. We're not going to Home Depot. We're going to Shields, and we're going to buy some new golf clubs for me so I can go out on Monday and kick Alex's butt. That was the conversation.
No, he's on. We're on the same team. So
you don't compete with the guy on your team?
I mean,
I do. I don't know. Maybe I'm different.
No, you want to push them. You want to push your guys. You do want to push your guys. That breaking news center, by the way, that we were just playing. We got NBA. It's NBA free agency day today. Is that for those who celebrate? I want to say congrats.
It's sports day.
It is a national holiday. We shouldn't even be here right now.
$53 million LeBron.
So teams are looking around, and right now on the NBA side of things, let me look at what the most recent things have been here. The most recent one here is, I think we have Shams reporting D'Angelo Russell, a 2-year, $13 million deal with the Dallas Mavericks. Everybody wants to be a Maverick now, right? No, keep me. Months ago, he's probably like, I don't ever want to be here. The Cooper Flag thing changes everything. The Denver Nuggets are now trading Michael Porter Jr. and an unprotected 2032 first-round pick to the Brooklyn Nets for Cam Johnson. That's a nice pickup for Denver.
Is it?
Yeah. I like look, Michael Porter Jr.'s good piece there, but
it's just so inconsistent when you need him to be, and then like only the Lakers. He only plays good against the Lakers, but like Cam Johnson, great defender. He can shoot a little bit, not as great as Michael Porter Jr. So you got to just understand like where do I need to win here? And defense, I think right now is coming to the West Coast. So look at that, that's nice.
You've got we already mentioned Jaren Jackson Jr. getting the 4 years, 240? Not bad.
Not bad at all.
So he gets that max extension. Sean's also reporting that Karis LeVert, who was a free agent, has just signed a 2-year, $29 million deal with the Detroit Pistons. Man, the Pistons are kind of scary, right? I mean, they got some stuff going on here. You guys remember Clint Capella?
Yeah.
It was former Jazzman Clint Capella, right?
Was he a Jazz at one point? No, he wasn't.
No.
Houston Rockets, Atlanta Hawks.
Trying to think. No.
He moved again? I know Porzingis is out there, so now they got to move him, but where's he at?
Fully guaranteed 3-year deal, by the way.
What?
Fully guaranteed 3-year deal to the Houston Rockets. Clint Capella.
Oh, because they did. Rockets drafted the rookie and then traded him to Phoenix.
So 3-year, $21.5 million deal with the Houston Rockets. So
guaranteed. Good
Clint
for
Capella
him.
gets all that money.
That's a good situation. Look at him getting in good situations.
I'm trying to think of some other names
Dorian
that are popping around here.
Finney-Smith to the Rockets.
Dorian Finney-Smith just went to the Rockets too?
Right.
Oh, wow.
At a good deal. I think it was 3 for 40 years.
That's not bad.
3 years, $40 million.
What a great deal. Got him at a discount.
Yeah.
Kayvon Looney also a 2-year, $16 million deal with the New Orleans Pelicans.
Oh, nobody wants to go to New Orleans.
Yeah, they signed him after that whole free agent deal just went down there. Okay, so there you go.
How about that?
Yeah, I'm
Rockets championship.
They're adding some names, man.
Yeah, they are.
Good for them. I think Dallas
defense,
is
offense. They got Fred VanVleet.
I hate it. Here's what I hate is that Nico Harrison over the weekend was like, did you see that press conference where he was like, I think the fans are starting to finally see my vision.
Oh, shut up. He was crapping bricks when Anthony Davis got injured.
Finally, they're able to see the vision of
when Anthony Davis got injured in his first game.
Backing my way into Cooper Flag accidentally. Finally, you see the vision, son.
Adam Silver helped you out there. Got you number one
but
pick.
See, this is what honestly, I'm looking at it and I was like, when he got up in that press conference and Cooper Flag was right there, and by the way, poor Cooper Flag, I know he got $28 million last year when he was playing at Duke, and he's supposed to be wise beyond his years. But every freaking press conference, Luka's name gets brought up. Everyone.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's gotta suck.
And so then where you got this one where Nico Harrison sitting next to him and he goes, the fans are finally starting to catch some of the vision that I'm seeing with this team.
He's just an idiot.
And
just
you're like, okay, yeah, we all have a vision. Now you have Cooper Flag when Kyrie Irving gets better, you're going to be in a better spot.
So you're saying
you got Anthony Davis.
Traded for Anthony Davis and knew I was going to get Cooper Flag, is what he's saying with his vision.
Hey, was I really being told that that his name is it's going to be Walt Clayton Jr. now? Is that what we're supposed to be doing? Okay. Hey, look at that.
Walter White?
Okay. Hold on. Let me go back to the roster here. You yell it to me over the thing here, Alex, and tell me exactly what you just said here.
The Jazz are guaranteeing Svi Mykhailiuk.
Oh, Mykhailiuk is back. Okay. Svi, dude.
Svi.
When he would come in, look, what does that mean? The big men are set. You got Svi.
Nurkic.
You've got Nurkic now, who came to the Jazz. You've got, obviously, Walker is your starting guy. And then Flip is at flex 4, whatever you want to call it now. I don't know. Yeah, sure.
Flex?
Why not?
Yeah, flex.
So there you go. Of all the names of people that leave and then they add Svi for another year, I go, okay, that's fine.
So what's your lineup right now? Would you say it's
that's a great question.
Is it George?
Napolis, weigh in on this. You've got Keontae. So who's on the roster still? You've got Keontae,
Collier, Clayton,
Isaiah Collier,
Sensabaugh,
Walt
Clayton,
Sensabaugh,
Markkanen, Bailey.
So your starting five is going to go Lowry, Markkanen, Walker, Kessler. I think Keontae George. Isaiah Collier might actually run the point.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, who's going to be the point?
I'm saying beginning of the year. I'm not saying
you're
like
not going to start Ace. As a rookie, I mean, he's that guy. As I said, he's number 2.
Do you think they're going to start him? You think they're going to start him?
Yeah,
I think they're starting Ace.
you got to start.
Okay, then
him.
there's your guy. Then that's it.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, who's your 4 and 5?
Ace. Oh boy.
So is Larry going to play the 4?
Yes.
Okay.
Walker's your 5. Who did I say at point guard? I'm already changing it.
Yeah. I mean, Ace Keontae. Here's
So
my
then
thing.
it goes. Does it go Collier, Keontae, and Ace? Is that your other? Those are your other ones? The other 3? I don't think so. I don't know. We'll have to see. Hey, John Collins is still in the lineup currently, so he'll actually he'd be one who gets a start over maybe Collier. No, maybe George actually. So Collier might run the point. Ace would be like your 2. And then your 3 would be John Collins.
Would you put Ace at the 2? He'd be my
4 Lowry, 5 Walker. You could even switch around Lowry and John
That's
Collins
interesting.
at your 3 and 4.
I don't know. I don't agree with you, but I'm not even a Jazz guy. What am I talking about? Go ahead. Go ahead.
You're supposed to be. You're supposed to be. Instead, you're like, go Lakers.
Hey.
Yeah, that's an interesting thought. Now, am I being totally nuts here?
No, it's all possible. It's actually going to be interesting. I want to see
where
how
does Bryce Sensabaugh fit into all this?
I got him at the 2.
Svi Mikhailiuk on the roster. Taylor Hendricks, I don't know what his timeline to return is. What is it? Do we know? Yeah, so
I think you got to find your point.
He's on the summer league roster. I just don't know what
and Isaiah.
Okay.
And then Sensabaugh at the 2, Ace 3, Markkanen 4, and Walker 5.
Okay. All right. I don't hate it. All right. So there's if anything else breaks here in the next little bit, we'll bring those up.
I don't hate it. That sounds like my wife.
It's because I'm like I don't
throw an idea out
I
there.
don't know too much.
Hate it. We can entertain it. Ultimately, no.
But see,
but,
the way you've turned this is like we're having a conversation about what you and your wife say. What should we have for dinner tonight? I don't know. I'm not really feeling Indian right now. I don't know.
How about you cook?
And it's like, and then I go, I don't know, pizza.
I don't hate it.
I'm okay with that. I hate it. I don't hate it. All right, fine. There's your NFL Blitz music. Of course, that means we got some NFL to get to. I don't know exactly what it means, but the Dolphins have now sent.
What kind of relationship is Pittsburgh and Miami got going on?
It's kind of interesting, right? If you're Minka Fitzpatrick, Minka Fitzpatrick, you just got sent to Miami. You probably feel good about that, right?
I mean, no state tax. Anybody feels good about going to Florida.
See, business guy now.
I'm trying to tell you, that's what NFL
I know,
guys
they
think.
probably love it.
Oh, yeah.
All these players.
I got to go to
they
Tennessee,
all have it. They have
Nevada,
their maps. Yeah.
Texas.
Yeah, they all have their maps
Florida.
up. So, but Jalen Ramsey and then Jonnu Smith, their tight end, I think they targeted Jonnu Smith like 140 times. Like that guy's getting
They
work.
really want him, yeah.
And I will tell you right now, speaking of things I don't hate, the Steelers right now, adding Jonnu Smith is a pretty big deal, I think, for your aged quarterback. But the Dolphins end up getting Minka Fitzpatrick. I think that's and they got a pick swap of some sort. But I've always loved Minka Fitzpatrick. But the tough thing about Minka Fitzpatrick is he feels like he always would have been a Steeler forever. Like that's the vibe. But obviously they moved him around. Jalen Ramsey, I don't know how much time of good football you're going to get out of him.
Yeah, and then that was my whole question with looking at this. I'm like, are they going at this right now aspect? I mean, you're fielding trades ideas for TJ Watt, which is not possible. There's no way they're trading TJ Watt unless TJ doesn't want to be there. That is the only way the Steelers would let go of TJ Watt. So whatever they're saying in the media, blah, blah, blah. That's dumb. But for the situation, like, how are they going about this right now, right? Aaron Rodgers risk not going after any other quarterback, right? Which worked out for you. Now you're going to Jalen Ramsey, and I've been around corners. They get to the latter parts of their career. I'd like to invest in safeties more than corners if you're going to like age-old veterans.
Right.
Cornerback's a veteran or is a rookie game. Those are young guys, but now Jalen Ramsey, playmaker. Always has been, but he is on the outsides of his career. So is this going to be like an all-in type year? You got so many veterans from Cam Hayward to T.J. Watt to you trade away Minka Fitzpatrick. So you got to see what's in the safety room.
Did he give you guys 3 or 4 good years in L.A., by the way? Did he have a decent go there in L.A.? Did you guys like him there?
We loved him. And he won a Super Bowl.
He did win a Super Bowl. Yes. Oh, yeah, he was there.
They were trying to get him back before the Steelers.
He was there
snatched him away.
19.
But that was his height right there when he left Jacksonville.
Yeah. So he left Jacksonville, like, what, mid-19?
Yeah.
So he was there 19, 20,
there.
21, 22. Yes.
Now, what is this? What is he
He's
like?
30.
He's
30
an
now.
11-year vet now?
Yeah.
10
10. This will be his 10th year.
Yeah,
That's a lot for
a cornerback. Well,
yeah.
He's a physical cornerback too. So here's the thing: is it can all happen. I think Pittsburgh is a great place for a veteran guy. I think you got to look at the division, right? Who's in the division now? What receivers are in there? Didn't Hopkins go to Baltimore? Is he in Baltimore now?
Is that where he ended up?
I think DeAndre Hopkins is in Baltimore now. Anyways, these Baltimore-Pittsburgh battles are going to be outrageously tough. Cincinnati, what they got going on there. The AFC North is still going to reign parallel. It's going to be great. I got to see who they got in the safety room. But Steelers defense is something that you've never had to worry about.
Hey, is Puka's number 12 now?
Did he change it?
Did he get off of 17? He's at 12 now, or what are we doing? Oh, that's right. He gave 17 to Devontae. We had this conversation. You know why? Because then, like, kids everywhere went, thanks a lot.
I bought my jersey.
I gotta get a 12 now. Interestingly enough, though, Mike LaFleur, who's the offensive coordinator now for the Rams, says Puka Nacua is more confident than he's ever been, and he's also taking that role as a leader very seriously. Cooper Kupp, of course, left. I never looked at Cooper Kupp and went, what a leader, except for he was really freaking good.
A lead by example guy.
But I don't know. Isn't it bonkers to be talking about? I don't know if even Puka Nacua looks at his role and says, I'm a leader on this team.
I mean, here's the thing.
This is his third season, by the way. That's crazy how fast time flies.
Being a leader of men is different than, being your high school football captain or your college football captain, right? There's guys as being in the pros, dudes know what to do. You're a professional. You got families, you got this and that, and it's a lot more serious on that level. So the leaders and captains that were on my teams, they didn't really say much as far as like, hey guys, come on, get it together. They weren't really rah guys, but you just know the way that they went about their business is more of that guy. And that's all Puka would have to do, is to be a lead by example guy. Puka's got an amazing personality, joker, but if you can get that guy with that personality who knows how to be serious when he needs to be serious, that's how you showcase being a leader in the NFL.
Let's take a break. We've got to, we got our what do we have? Best and worst when we come back? Yeah. We got a best and worst. Don't want to miss any of it when we return. So stay right here. Stay dialed. Then you can join us, by the way. Hans and Scotty are going to be at Kenny J's Barbecue from noon to 3 on Wednesday. And Sly, you and I are going to be there from 3 to 6 at Kenny J's Barbecue at the District in South Jordan.
So don't eat before is what you're saying.
I'm saying I'm coming out there, and I may or may not have one of those bibs on.
If you don't,
you know what I'm talking about?
I'm literally going to be
I'm going to bring one for you.
Dangling a rib.
I'm going to bring one. I'm going to bring a
Alex,
just
do you wish you had
super,
one of these?
just a super, like, it makes you, it's going to be like a super, it's going to make you look like a big baby.
Oh, I don't care.
I know.
I'll do it.
And I want to have it too. All right. Well, check us out. We're going to be there. You can start ordering those half-pound burgers in time for your 4th of July barbecue. They've been pre-smoked by Kenny himself. Hey, kids, don't pre-smoke out there, all right? Leave that to the pros. We've got more around the corner to 97.5 VKSL Sports Zone.
Wrapping up the hour with our picks for the best and worst moments on today's show. As JJ and Alex want to hear your best and worst of the day.
This will be relevant news for my guy, Alex Napolis, our producer. They're building a new Costco in Syracuse.
I saw that the other day. It's going to be good.
I'm going to do the wind horsing. What on earth is going on in Syracuse right now?
Well, and don't they have the most Costco's in one city?
Who?
I think Utah, we have the most Costco's
per
capita.
Per capita? Maybe.
No, I think so, for real.
Could be. We have the largest one in all of the country in Salt Lake.
That one's nice.
I say the country, the world.
I get in trouble going in there.
And you can get in a bad spot. I'm going to need a kayak and some ice cream bars. $600 later, you've only bought 3 things.
Man, I think me and my wife spent $40 the other day, and I was shocked.
I do. You know what's funny is when you walk through and you only get one thing, and they're like, "What's going on?
What's
today?
wrong with you? You all right? You sick? You all right?
I might need a manager over here."
Did he renew his membership?
He
What's
really
going
only
on?
just wants one thing.
You want one of those $5 rotisseries? That's it?
Our best and worst is brought to you by the good folks at the Doug Smith family of dealerships: Chevy, Dodge, Ram, Jeep, Subaru, Kia, and now Mitsubishi. Found in Linden, American Fork, and in Spanish Fork. Nobody knows cars like Doug. Best of the day: EA Sports is they're going to run it back a little bit. They've done a Let's Run It Back commercial to tease the return of college basketball, their college basketball video game. Hey, bring it all back. Start sharing revenue with all the players. Make it basketball. I haven't loved any game like NBA. The NBA 2K games are not that great. I'm going to be honest. What, do you play those? Are you a big fan of those?
That's a bad take. I love those games, man. I love those games.
Not since he's heating up. What was that? The NBA
Jam.
NBA Jam. Not since NBA Jam have I loved the basketball game on video games. I'm like a pure football game guy. I don't know why. That and golf. I play the PGA golf game on Switch like it's going out of business.
I'm the a-hole. I don't play video games.
Oh, here comes the guy who thinks he's better than everybody else. Hey, Annapolis, let's get together and just at least agree. I have
systems
this
in my
guy
house.
Sucks.
Literally, the nephew came over the other day, and he's just like, "You don't have this?" And he looked at me in straight disgust. I'm like,
"That's a bad take.
Yeah.
You need to play basketball games more."
No,
That's fine. I listen, getting the EA basketball game, I just am trying to wrap my brain around like trying to get all 331 Division I teams down in my head. It's already hard enough.
But that's what's great. You could go with Butler and just freaking run the table.
Yeah. Oh, sure. No. You know how many guys down in Provo are going to try to win it with BYU? You know how many guys in Salt Lake are going to be like, we're going to be good at least this year with me as the guy? LeBron James, it's good news for your Lakers. Picking up that $52.6 million player option. He's going to remain a Laker.
I just don't know.
Is it ever in doubt?
40-something years old. Dude is a beast.
He's still scoring 26, 27 points a game.
Yeah.
I'll take it. All right. By the way, I was anticipating with bated breath the Big 12 sending out its polls for this year because as media members, and ones who go to the Big 12 Media Days, we're supposed to usually give our preseason polls and kind of throw our votes down. Hey, Mitch Harper, did you get your preseason poll? I haven't gotten mine yet. Have you? No, I haven't gotten mine yet. JJ, did you ever get one? No, I haven't gotten mine either. Well, it turns out it's because we sucked so freaking bad, and the Big 12 are such big, giant babies that they are going to get rid of the preseason media poll because they took it away. We'll send you guys to your room until you guys can make good votes on who's going to be a good team. But they took it away because
Was it everybody?
Everybody was dead freaking wrong on that
I was
poll.
about to say everybody had to be wrong. Nobody thought that Arizona State, Iowa State, and BYU would have been.
Not one person had that lineup.
Not even the Cougar faithful.
So even if Vegas has a preseason media poll or a preseason poll of the Big 12, throw it out because it's going to be wrong. So I get it. I just wish that I could have thrown my vote that way because I would have made a crazy list this year.
Who would your vote have been? What was your top five?
I would have gone totally weird. I would have been like, yeah, probably I'm going to go with West Virginia number 1. I'm going to go West Virginia number 1. I'm going to go Kansas number 2 and Colorado number 3. Yeah, just because that's what I'm basing it off of. Is we did last year what that gave us. That's what we would have had.
Right.
Some terrible teams. All right.
Right.
Taking a break. We'll come back. More to go. Stay right here. Dialed in 97.5 the KSL Sports Zone.